Hello, today we are talking about REPHR brushes. From the point of view of a brush connoisseur, I've been purchasing and collecting fude brushes for 7 years at this point. And what I noticed is that YouTube videos about REPHR brushes usually are either made by people that are sponsored or receive this in PR, and or by people that are new to the fude world, so are used to those more mainstream brush brands, and they are reaching fude for the first time. In my case, it's just the opposite. The first brand I ever purchased from was Aquodo, quickly followed by Coyudo. So I started my brush collection already with fude, and oddly I purchased then synthetic brushes or more mainstream brands afterwards, just because I wanted something more sturdy, something for creams. We will go through that. I will share my knowledge in future videos. As with makeup, also with brushes, it's a matter of preferences. So take what I'm going to tell you with a grain of salt, but you are going to hear from me something that is less conventional than the usual YouTuber that likes everything or wants you to buy something just because they get commissions. Straight to the point, these are the brushes from REPHR that I recommend. Small detail brushes for eyes. I think what REPHR really excels in are pointy brushes. These three here are my favorite, and I also like the detail brushes. These are quite unique. I'll tell you why in a minute. These other two that are small detail brushes can be found elsewhere, and we will see comparison in a moment. But the convenience of REPHR is that they are cheap. So usually I hear, oh, they are luxe. Okay, they are fude, but they are lower quality, in my opinion, of course, compared to other brands. So let's start with the first two that I recommend, that are detail brushes. This is the number 13. I have two of them. What I really like from this brush is that the top is quite flat. But take in mind that these are brushes that are handled manually, and therefore the bundle, the way the fibers, the natural fibers are aligned, can be variable from batch to batch. So you will find brushes that are a little bit more rounded and brushes that are flatter. This I really like because it's quite flat, and therefore it provides a flatter surface for blending. This is quite small of a brush. And why I recommend it is because it's not common to find these small eye brushes like these. They are becoming more popular also because REPHR was so successful, but they were hard to find a few years ago. Then the other brush that I recommend is number 14. This is more elongated, is still a small brush, but it is longer than the number 13. Let me align them. And this is pointy. So personally, this is not my favorite, but is a favorite of most people because you can place the color and then blend it. But these candle type of brushes are, not my jam, and therefore I only have one of this. So these are made with goat hair and are, as I said, bundled manually, and therefore they are not cut mechanically, and they are more gentle. Undyed hair is, let's say, less fragile than dyed hair, just like human hair. So this is my hair. I have dyed hair. They tend to be more fragile. I have to take care to use conditioners, creams. And just like hair, the ones that are undyed, they are sturdier. And just like human hair, also for brushes, undyed hair tend to be softer than dyed hair. And I can notice the difference on my human hair. The bleached portion is definitely rougher, less smooth than the undyed one. I think these are made by Aquodo, So in my opinion, this is just my opinion, for me these are lower quality Aquodo. Why? Because these shapes, although REPHR makes us believe that the shapes are, you know, tailored to customer preferences, and it may be true for certain brushes, but you can find shapes that are suspiciously similar to these by REPHR in the Aquodo range. Aquodo has higher quality hair, in my opinion, and the price of Aquodo is similar to the full price of these. But who buys REPHR brushes full price? Nobody, right? People usually buy REPHR because it has sales every time, but this time of the year REPHR has 50% off sale, and this is the best time of the year to buy REPHR brushes. So if you want to buy REPHR, this is the right time. I also purchased my REPHR brushes, I believe it was last year, with a 50% discount. Otherwise, yeah, I don't think I would have picked them up. So let's imagine you are watching this. You need some brushes with these particular shapes and you don't find a good discount. They are full price at REPHR website. I would recommend the Aquodo. So these are the equivalent brushes from Aquodo. This that is the equivalent of the number 13. So this is REPHR number 13, and the Aquodo equivalent is J5529. What I noticed just by touching the bristles, okay, the shape is slightly different in the sense that this seems flatter than this, but it can be a bundle difference. Everything else looks exactly the same, but these Aquodo brushes feel silkier, and that's why I think that the REPHR brushes are made by the same Aquodo people, but with lower quality stock of bristles. This is why I think they can sell these brushes for half the price of the Aquodo ones. But I also have to say, since the amount of bristles is less than a normal face brush, then it makes sense for me to still buy REPHR because of, you know, the price point. I like to call REPHR the Morphe of fude, in the sense that they have that strong marketing that is based on affiliate codes and, you know, influencers, but still they are fude, so they still provide high quality. So these REPHR, although they do not have, again, a word that is recurrent in my channel, the finesse of an Aquodo one, to me are modern, younger Aquodo, let's say. I like the look of REPHR even better with the matte handle and ferrule. I think they are elegant. The brush itself, the head itself, is the workhorse version of the Aquodo. And to be honest, during the application on the eyes, I don't notice a huge difference with the Aquodo. So that's why I would encourage you also to buy REPHR, because they have a good price point, but only at 50% off or 40% off. If you don't find that, buy Aquodo instead. I mean, if you have to spend $24 for a brush like this, that's my advice. This is true for American people because, again, in Europe, Aquodo is more expensive. I had to import this either for Japan or from US, and when you do that, you get extra expenses. So for an European person, buy REPHR, even at full price, is still more convenient than Aquodo. And this is the comparison: REPHR 14, Aquodo J146. Same feeling. This is rougher and this is silkier, smoother and silkier. And I had washed Aquodo more because I have these. It's been already, I don't know, at least 3 years, but these have only 1 year. Okay, so these are brushes that have an equivalent from Aquodo. But what are the excellence point from REPHR, the things that I would purchase anyway, are the pointy brushes. So I have 26. I think it was released last year. It's a big pointy brush. Honestly, it's too big for my preference. It doesn't stay compact. Yeah, the application is quite thick. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but still it's a nice pointy brush. And then the two must-haves, in my opinion, are the 23 and the number 03. And this is the comparison, and the comparison with the 26 too. So this is from the largest to the smallest brush. These are very nice because being so pointy, they stay pointy, especially 23 is very precise. The bigger ones, they can still blend a bit, smudge the eyeshadow. I like them more than other brands because sometimes you have, like for Sonia G, for example, that the ferrule is too wide. I will compare them. So these are must-haves, and I have multiples of these two personally. Let's do a ranking. First place, number 3. Second place, number 23. Third place, number 13. And this is if you have small features, you hooded eyes, you know, small eyes. Then I would say number 14. And finally in the ranking, number 26. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Yeah, you know, I always give you a personal touch. So I hope you enjoyed that, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.